And I remember when Risha first told me about this event, I was excited because I like to speak. Everybody knows me knows that. And I love public speaking. But then she asked me to write my bio. And I told her, when you want to write about my bio, please don't write first what I do. Because what I do doesn't define who I am. Write who I am. And she's like, okay, great, write me your bio. And I thought it's the easiest thing, right? I'm going to just sit down and I'm going to just define myself right there. And it took me a long time to really come up with who I am. But the first story that came up to my mind was Hassan Sabi. Hassan is a boy's name in Arabic, and Sabi is boy. When I was younger, I grew up in a smaller city in Lebanon. I'm Lebanese. It's called Baalbek. It's about an hour east of Beirut. My family moved there because of civil war. And I was young, I was tiny, I was fierce, and everybody would love to look at me and just like, oh, look at her. She like beats boys and she's furious and she's loud. Very lovely. Until I grew up. Years later, the war ended in Lebanon, the civil war. And then we moved to Beirut, which is my original city. And then I started seeing girls, beautiful, wearing short skirts and tight jeans. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give that feminine thing a try, you know? Enough of the Hassan Sabi thing. So I started wearing tight stuff and, you know, like longer hair. And then I would see people telling me, you know, that's a little bit too short, too tight. I can see your nipples, you know, like struggling with that, like hiding my nipples was a really hard thing. And then like I can see your breasts. Or other women, you know, if you would just wax your mustache and then you have a lot of hair in your arms, you know, and you know, you would look very pretty if you just do your eyebrows. I'm like, you know, hell with that. I'm just gonna run to a safe space and go back to my Hassan the boy, you know, because people can't just criticize me all the time. I'm either not good enough or too good. So let me just be the boy. It's safer. Safety was a key point there because growing up in Lebanon and being through war after war after war, which I'm privileged enough not to be in a direct danger of war. But me and my family always struggled to move. We were on the move the whole time. We're originally from Beirut, moved to Baalbek. Even in Baalbek, we moved somewhere else and then somewhere else. So that really shaped my personality of just running, leaving, hiding. Of course, I didn't come up with that until I was like 30 years old, but now that I think about it, back then it was the only way out. So growing up in a community, Middle Eastern community, the way that it looked at women, and also having war, anger, everything inside of me as a woman and as a person was anger, self-defeat, self-doubt, and on the go. I don't like something, I can move somewhere, and then everything's gonna go away, everything. Until 2006 happened, it was the last war with Israel, and I was 21 years old. That was my time where, you know what, let me make the biggest move of my life and just go as far as I can. The United States. So 2007, it took me less than a year, I was in the United States. And then I'm like, this is it, happiness. You know what? I am in my boy clothes, I am safe, I'm in a safe space, everything's gonna be great, I'm gonna be the happiest girl. Didn't last for more than 2 months. And I am back in my pain, self-doubt, jealousy, possessiveness, all this that's just forming me, and I'm like, what is going on? And then I moved to Mexico. Let's move to Mexico, let's just keep moving. 2012 was the year. I always feared loss, all the time. I lost my country, I'm losing a lot of stuff, but the first loss that really hit me was the loss of my mother. It's not a fear anymore, it's reality. Deal with it, your mom died. And I felt emptiness inside of me. Mexico's not working, the United States is not working, moving anywhere else is not working, it's not working. I met a friend and I was talking to her and she told me, safety is inside of you. What the hell does that mean, safety is inside of me? What is that? It is inside of you. Look at you, yourself. So what I decided to do is study the you, really. I would never study anything in my life. But I wanted to define the be, B-E, to be. What is to be? El ser in Spanish, al-ana in Arabic. And I went to the dictionary and I literally spent weeks defining the to be. And there was a definition that called excellence. Excellence. And I'm like, let me dig more. And then it was quality. Let me dig more. And the last word that hit me was the truth. You are the truth. It blew my mind. I am the truth. This world exists because I exist. That's it. If I'm gone, this doesn't mean anything. None of that. And then I literally looked at myself in the mirror. It was days and days of looking at myself in the mirror. But I looked at myself and I'm like, you know what? If you want to be Hassan Sabri, you want to be that boy, you be it. But because you want to be it. Because you believe it. If you want to be safe, girl, if you're not safe with yourself, you're not going to be safe anywhere else. But what does that mean? Meaning, take that why and ask yourself, why am I not safe? If you cannot face yourself and be honest with yourself, trust yourself, how could you talk to yourself like that? Imagine somebody else is talking about you like this. I feel scared with myself. I don't want to be by myself. Imagine somebody's telling you this to your face. I don't want to be by you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't feel safe with you. This is how I felt myself. That's horrible. I hate me. So how do I start liking me? Let's believe in me. Let's start doing that. Let's dig more and more. And I literally looked at myself and I started telling myself, who am I? No, I am not the person who works. I'm not the person who has. Who am I? Am I intelligent? Say it without doubt. I am intelligent, I'm smart, I'm independent, and I'm vulnerable. I'm scared. I'm hurt. I love, and I'm guarded. And sometimes I put these guards up, and sometimes I put them down. And sometimes, you know what? I don't want to tell you how I feel. But the most important thing is that I know that, and I embrace my vulnerability. Being a leader for me was looking at yourself in the mirror and telling yourself, do you believe in yourself as a leader? Are you a leader that you want to follow? That's it. Do you want to follow yourself? If I see myself speaking right here, will I inspire myself? You bet your ass I'm going to inspire myself. And I'm going to leave this room, I'm going to feel like $1 million. And I'm a woman. When I look at myself wearing the short skirt, I will say, I'd tap that too, you know? This is my story. Thank you.